Facts Only Test Prep.
Welcome to Facts Only Test Prep. We're called Facts Only because we give you everything you need and nothing you don't when it comes to the SAT. So please enjoy the next video.
Vocabulary plugins.
When it comes to vocabulary, you should be thinking plug and play. Rather than trying to define vocabulary words in your mind and then look for an answer choice that matches that definition, it's better to just plug the answer choices into the text of the passage. I'm going to show you what this means. We're going to be working off of Test 2, Section 1, questions 16, 25, and 44. We're going to give you a chance to pause the video right now, and you can go to factsonlytestprep.com, and we'll have links there if you need it. All right, let's take a look at number 16. As used in line 58, clashes most nearly means conflicts, mismatches, collisions, or brawls. Now the catch is, clashes can mean any of these four words. It's not up to you to decide what the perfect match is. It's up to you to find the word clashes down here and almost ignore it, because we're going to plug each of these four answer choices in for the word clashes and see which one works best. Now, I haven't given you the entire passage on screen here. I've just, to make it all fit on one screen, I've just given you the 3 lines. But this is an economics passage. And let's try some of the answer choices. Many moral dilemmas arise when these 3 versions pull in different directions, but clashes are not inevitable. Think of it like this. Many moral dilemmas arise when these 3 versions pull in different directions, but blank are not inevitable. Both collisions and brawls imply physical violence. Neither of those is in play in this particular passage. So we're down to conflicts or mismatches. The word mismatches is not great here because the versions don't need to match each other. They actually are in opposition to each other. So mismatches is a bad choice. Conflicts is a good choice. Easy for me to say, right? I've done this 1,000 times and I know the answer. You won't always know exactly which choice is the perfect one. This is a technique that should help you get rid of the bad and give you your best chance to get your correct answer. Let's try another one. This is question 25 from the same test. As used in line 40, plastic most nearly means creative, artificial, malleable, sculptural. We know that the human brain is highly plastic. There it is. Neurons and synapses change as circumstances change. Again, let's almost ignore the word plastic and read it as a blank. We know that the human brain is highly blank. Neurons and synapses change as circumstances change. This clause here is really helpful. Kind of tells us what we're looking for in our vocabulary word. Something that implies change. So even though a lot of my students see plastic and they jump straight to artificial, mainly because they know both words and because like a plastic, a plastic can be used as an artificial replacement for something natural. That is not the case here. We're not saying that the brain is artificial and thus changes. We're saying that the brain is something else and thus changes. The word sculptural can be associated with plastics simply because people do sculpture with plastic. In this case, though, we're talking about the brain. The brain is not sculptural. So the question becomes, are we saying that the brain is creative and thus can be changed? Or are we saying that the brain is malleable and thus can be changed? This is where a lot of students will build a backstory for the word that they recognize. They'll say, yeah, brain is creative. It can deal with a lot of change and then it creates change, and change comes from creativity. I like the word creative. Here's the rule though. If you're down to 2 answer choices, you know the meaning of one of the words, you don't know the meaning of the other word, here's what you should do. If the word that you know fits like a glove, use it. If you find yourself trying to force that word in, walk away from it and choose the word that you don't know. In the case of creative, we had to build a backstory in order to make that even remotely fit. The word malleable actually means changeable. You don't need to know that in order to get this right. You just need to walk away from the other 3 bad answer choices and know that the correct vocabulary answer would involve change. Let's do one more just to get a little bit of practice in. As used in line 19, capture is closest in meaning to control, record, secure, absorb. We're going to go fast on this one. If we want to have more and more accurate climate models, we have to be able to capture processes such as this. Again, we're pretty much ignoring the word capture and plugging in the 4 choices to see which one fits. If we want to have more and more accurate climate models, we have to be able to control processes such as this, record processes such as this, secure processes such as this, absorb processes such as this. It helps to know that the entire passage is about giant wave patterns, and those processes are not things that we can control, secure, or absorb, and thus record becomes a pretty obvious answer. If you've got that whole thing in front of you, that's pretty obvious. Again, we went fast on that one. I think you're equipped now. You're going to do a great job. Good luck, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure that you like us and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll get information on the new videos as soon as they're available. It helps us a lot. Also, visit us at factsonlytestprep.com. That's where you'll find links to the tests that I use in my lessons, along with some other resources that we prepared for you. Thanks and good luck.